We're getting ready for the inaugural Wealth Stack Conference happening next month in Scottsdale, Arizona. It will bring together the brightest minds in financial services, like Shannon Saccocia, Executive Vice President and CIO at Boston Private Wealth. Shannon, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
She's speaking at a session called the 2020 Macro Panel, How to Read the Tea Leaves. Today, she's here to give you a preview of that panel. Shannon, this conference was built by advisors for advisors. What do advisors need to hear about the outlook for the markets and the economy, and what do you see as a potential takeaway from your panel?
Well, I think when you think about a macro panel, a lot of advisors are going to say, well, we're not making any sort of short-term tactical decisions for our clients based on what's happening day to day in the market. And I acknowledge that. However, I think what's important about having a macro panel is that, number one, clients are asking about what's happening in the world, especially with the 24/7 news cycle that we're all accustomed to at this point. We know that clients see the news and they perhaps can get worried about what's happening. And so I hope with our panel that we're able to put some context around what's happening today in the short term and talk about things that may actually have long-term effects and impacts on how we're thinking about strategic asset allocation, goals and outcomes. And that's where I think advisors will be able to have a couple of salient points to take back to their practice after the conference.
That's excellent. And can you tell us why else you're looking forward to Wealth Stack?
Again, by advisors for advisors. So I think a lot of the conferences are really geared towards either product placement or practice management that comes from above, comes from outside of the advisor network. And I think being able to talk through situations with advisors in a collaborative environment will really help. I also think that, the average advisor, our practice has changed markedly over the last several years and will continue to change at an even faster rate over the next 10 to 15 years as we look to incorporate technology in our solutions. We as consumers, outside of the wealth management space are used to utilizing technology on a more frequent basis. And I'm very interested in how some of the more innovative firms have been able to incorporate technology, because I think that's going to become a best practice very shortly over the next couple of years.
You make an excellent point there, Shannon, and we so appreciate your time and your outlook here. We're looking forward to seeing your panel on September 9th.
Thank you so much.